themselves in Henry G and Sadicus.
We could go with that. If they're the Creamy Bears, we can just be the Dancing Dolls? Porcelain Doll? I think Dancing Dolls has a nicer ring to it.
The Dancing Dolls, the Sexy Dolls.
Sexy Dancing Dolls.
The Sexy Dancing Dolls. Either way, it is going to be map number 2 here. And yes, I agree, potentially the last map as well. It's going to be Mirage. Na'Vi winning Train, which was Heroic's pick. This is their pick, so presumably it all adds up and it will be a 2-0. But Heroic, I think I sort of agree with the guys there. Na'Vi, Heroic did look like the better team. Didn't win the map, but it was simple carrying Na'Vi time and time again. In terms of teamwork and strategy, Heroic definitely did look better. Na'Vi make a lot of mistakes and look disjointed at times, and it's scrappy Counter-Strike. Like I said, they do not look they're going to be dangerous in terms of taking the title of this tournament. If they make the playoffs, they'll get through just about, I would say. But here we go then. Map number 2 begins. Everything's reset, and the fist bumps come in once more. There's Modi at the very end. Wearing a hat. We were asked why players wear hats. Maybe it's just to look good, you know?
Sure. Maybe it is. Yeah, I think it's probably because they're going bald.
Modi, I don't think he is. He's got a nice thick.
There's a mix for sure. Yeah, I mean, I wear hats and I'm not bald. I think I'm receding a little bit.
Sure.
But I'm not going bald per se.
Well, we'll keep an eye on bald cam as we go on.
Some people embrace their baldness.
Yeah,
don't
sure.
wear hats.
Some look great.
When have I ever seen Jason wear a hat?
He doesn't have to.
Exactly.
He's the most handsome man in CSGO.
It's that beard.
Yeah, thick beard. Double C, by the way.
I know a lot of people in airports comment on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, they said that's a very healthy looking beard, sir. And that's all they say. It will be round number 1, and it will be Edward to completely wreck the first player, but Yuki does reply. Remember, he's got that CZ with the armor. That's the Superman. We used to call this Tech 9 armor Superman, but simple of a chance. Don't give him any sort of opportunity. What's Flamey up to? Oh my goodness, there's team kills going on. The bomb gets planted, and this is anyone's round. Simple goes down there. That's a key scalp to take. 3-on-2 is looking good for Heroic, though. Not a really traditional round of CS, and Zeus needs to do better there. Snappy will take him down as well, and it's looking like Heroic will indeed pick up the pistol here. Snappy can fall back here in the footsteps of Electronic. Dig himself towards that little cubby hole. Great round by Snappy. 4 kills in total. The in-game leader providing a great result there. It was looking like it was going to fall apart at one point with Edward getting the first kill, but they managed to get the plant down, even with a team kill. They managed to win. So that's 5 kills for Snappy in the round, but only gets 4 on the board because he did team kill. There we go.
Well, great start, Heroic.
I think it was, he did get 4 kills, but now he only gets 3 because he team killed. Okay.
Right. It knocks one off. Mouse lag was the issue for or is the issue, I should say, for our timeout. We will get Zeus back momentarily. Heroic finally winning a pistol. Remember, they did not. I think you just said that, but they got ecoed in the second. Or they won the eco, sorry, in the second half last game. They didn't win it, but they still got some momentum. Great start for Heroic on a map that they did not choose. Remember, this is Na'Vi's home turf.
Thorin's tweeted as a name.
I saw that. I retweeted it. I think it's actually not bad.
Not safe for broadcasting. Maybe it is.
I mean, it might be.
Check out his Twitter. I don't think I can read it just yet. But maybe that's an idea for us going forward as we'll get into
I'll tell you what. I'll say it on broadcast if they throw to us saying it.
All right.
If they break the ice,
yeah,
I'll join in.
It's their idea. They want to start that. We'll happily play along. So what's going on here? So
Edward's up and out of the chair.
Oh, they're getting the phones out. That's not a good sign.
I think it's a... Flamey has to... I think he restarted, so they're probably just relogging in.
Okay.
I actually think the phone's out is a good sign because it means they're trying to reconnect. If they're sitting there with an admin sitting at the chair instead of them, that's when I get a little worried.
Sure. Let's see what happens here. Should be back underway momentarily, ladies and gentlemen. Second best of 3 of the day.
It is.
1 more to come. That will be rounding off the day. And then we have the break tomorrow before the playoffs. It's always good. I think that I love the fact we have breaks in these tournaments now. It does allow everyone just to calm down a little bit, have some sleep, come back fresh. And they are slogs, these tournaments. So you go from, like, remember, you've got all the online leagues, this tournament, Katowice are coming up. It's nice just to kind of have one day off, have some nice lunch, some practices, chill out for a little bit. And we'll be getting into the second map Well, we are into it. We're just waiting for it to resume. I assume we see a force buy from Na'Vi here. You always seem to do that.
That said, Simple on the scout. Armor on everyone except for Edward, who's gone for the deagle. Chance that they could punish the terrorist side. They've all got head armor, which is very smart in these situations. Wouldn't do much against the scout, but it certainly would against the CZs. To some extent, we know up close they are very powerful. Zeus goes to the underpass. He's actually going to try and catch them off and get behind them. Doesn't want to overcommit to it yet. He may have been better served to go sooner. Snappy's not going to check it. He'll hear Snappy running off of this as well. Now the question is, Maudie's turned around. Maudie's running back at him. Quick, clean, concise kill. He'll easily be able to pick up the weapon off of the back of it. It's only a MAC-10. He would have loved if that were an AK. Meanwhile, back toward mid, though, Maudie escaping that first certain death, or the shadow of it. Rotates back around, finds Edward. Rubino's going to follow it up onto Electronic. Watch for Simple. He's got the scout! Oh my god, how fast was that? I didn't think there was a chance in hell he hit the shot, but it is Simple. He nails it. Zeus takes down Snappy, and suddenly they're in the round with a shout. It's Nico to hold off toward A-main, still with the UMP. Flash will go high, potentially give them a chance to re-peek check bomb. It is planted backside default, gives them the opportunity to hold from this position. Only one of them going to stay directly inside of the cave so that they can easily go off for the trade and not lose too much time in the battle if they do so. And speaking of time, that's what's going to win this for them. Simple's not going to be able to do anything. Does hit another great shot. Not a headshot, but the damage was there to add a second one to his total. But he's got to back away and save the armor and scout for round 3.
Close but no cigar. 2-0 heroic. And that's how you play it. As soon as you lose one part of the map, you're reacting straight away, going in as a team, using those AK-47s. The range you have, they only give it the MAC-10. That's fine for MAC-10 to be isolated on the map and be by itself. This is heroic fighting for their tournament life here. Lose this map, they are out. Round 3. Simple with the scout. Not going to be the difference maker. At least, I don't think it is. You never know with this guy. We saw what Fallen could do with a scout yesterday. That was pretty unbelievable. What he did at the back of the B site. Completely destroyed our Inferno. Here he comes though, Snappy, looking to farm a couple of kills. Gets 2. Nice flick round to take Electronic as well. Lots of money farmed here. Zeus taken out of the equation as well. Simple, like we said, with the scout, probably has to save the armor at this point. 3-0 for heroic, guaranteed at this stage of the game. 1 minute on the clock, and there's Simple going down in the end. Will not be saving.
Edward gets out toward the end of the mid catwalk, but doesn't go beyond it. Snappy was there and is ripe for the taking, but won't be able to get to it. It's a 3-0 heroic. Again, I reiterate, great start when it's not their map choice. They'll be loving it. And in many ways, Simple aside, they were the better team on train.
No kills picked up, some damage inflicted. Snappy, though, takes the lion's share. 3-0. Lots of bonus potential here for the Scandinavian squad. Simple can afford an AWP, but look at that money. No armor available. He can get a flashbang and an AWP. That's about as good as it gets. Not even that. AWP, nothing else. Let's see what he can do. Smoke by Rubino. I like heroic. They've got some unique smokes that are thrown from different angles. That'll be towards short. They definitely do the theory here. Done the homework. No defuse kits. There's no grenades at all, Matt. Look at this. It's 1 minute 35. They've got 2 HEs left. That's bizarre. And a strong case as to why we don't force buy in the second round anymore.
Certainly the case. Simple does get one on Maudie. Edward has the lineup toward the window, so he disposes of Yugi, but now it's all turned around because Edward and Zeus are the next to fall. That means next kills to heroic. Flamey, good angle held. And it should be fine at this point. Nico versus 3. Does have the bomb, a minute to work with, but committed to the site. And Simple has the angle. It's now 3-1.
Well, that's the bonus round out the way. The game will begin officially now. First gun round coming in. Going for a little B contact play there. Heroic Luckily, Simple was there to defend. That's where Zeus will be positioning himself as well. We discussed the idea of him being the weak link of Na'Vi in terms of the fragging department. Him and Edward need to step up. At least one of them needs having a good game for Na'Vi to be operating efficiently. Both of them absent is a bit of a nightmare and leaves Simple with a lot to do as he looks towards middle. He's actually burning his mat. Oh my god.
I don't know why he commits that long. He did get partially flashed and was on the edge of it. Maybe that contributed to it somewhat, but that was an overcommitment and a half.
He did get the extinguished noise. That can happen sometimes. Extinguishes part of the Molotov, and the half still stays up.
Right.
So he heard the noise and assumed he was fine, but down he goes. That's going to be a little bit disappointing. Huge reset potential here, of course, and the two players
That is the Simple mentality, though, right? Kill at all costs. He trusts his skill to be fast enough that he's going to get every shot, so he takes risks to find them. Well, it's certainly a risk with no reward in this case. Didn't even get any damage inflicted the other direction, so clean and early for Heroic to take the lead 5-4. Electronic will change that with a good shot to Snappy, and it's Mahdi working out from Palace as well. Knows that they're inside of the site, sees the backside of the planter, but can't do anything of it. If he'd slowed off the spray, he might have been able to tap through and find it, but he go down to 17, backs away, and Yugi to find Zeus. Not only benefits the post-plant position, but slows down the retake considerably. Therefore, good find from Edward to immediately get Yugi back. Electronic still at ticket. He's hesitant to work in. Molotov goes too deep. I don't know that he's aware Nico is so close. He's checked that he's not going to know. That 17 HP is about to punish Edward dearly because he's going to walk out. Nico, oh, good read, Electronic. I thought Nico was easily going to think that was called off. And Flamey finds Mahdi. Just barely they had time.
I was hoping that one of the kids was on it there, not Electronic, but he does manage to recover. I've caught him out a couple of times in this tournament so far, but that was very good after checking connector, like you said. Still, he didn't find anything close range to connect him out. Not to suggest someone was waiting outside by middle. That's very common.
That's true. Yeah, he could have repeaked it, and that was the thought.
So, yes, he did it. He checked it, and he was absolutely fine. So there we go. 3-2, bomb planted. There will be a force buy again from Heroic. Not sure this one's going to be that successful. 2 AKs and only 2 smokes to work with, so they don't have loads of execution potential, and they don't have a ton of firepower, so it's the worst of both worlds, really. And we'll see if Mahdi can get anything going here. Like we said, Zeus, often considered the weak link, and down he goes again with no frags, no damage inflicted, and this is very common. We're seeing this a lot these days. Like, if you think about FaZe as well, I know a lot of teams will try and rush B to maybe try and get their own game leader down, who commonly doesn't have as much firepower as the rest of his teammates.
Flamey swings, they check the corner, but the flash is perfect. Surprisingly, well, perhaps not when you look at the smoke setup, but perhaps disappointingly, they can't push through those smokes, take the risk to try and take them down. So Na'Vi maintains the lead. Deagle position is perfect. Rubino looks for a second, but can't find it. That leaves Flamey in the sight. Somehow, on limited HP, he finds a second kill. Not enough to secure the round because they simply just have to find Nico, and they do that. Tie game 3-3.
So, force by Heroic. Not too bad to get the bomb down. Make it expensive, but Na'Vi now tying things up. Round 7 coming in. Heroic still rebuilding. This is the first tournament Rubino came in. Didn't kick things off too well. He finished the first map they played against Lana on 117 in a 16-1 scoreline. But he is always going to be a solid player, a lot of experience, and hopefully, as time goes on, they develop into a squad. I'm not expecting amazing things for the same reason I talked about Virtus Pro, like bringing in Mihu. It's not going to be an overnight fix. It's not going to make this team amazing off the bat. They've got a lot of work to do. Peacemaker's only been there, 2 months now. Rubino's his first tournament, barely had any time to practice. I think they said they played 6 practices together. And it's not going to be easy, but Nico, this is an easy kill. Why is no one watching Connector? I couldn't tell you. And that's going to be another blunder from Na'Vi.
Edward tries to find a shot back through the smokes. You're right, this is an awkward situation. Still no bomb plant. Giving up the M4. Electronic to find Nico. Simple to get Yugi. I imagine I'll just start reading them off. In similar fashion, I say that, and Snappy does manage to get one. Rubino's going to follow it up, so we still sit at a 2 versus 2 despite things looking like they were going to normalize. Great shot, Mahdi. Catches Simple out behind Triple, and it's now Edward that has to clutch smoke down. I imagine he goes straight through it because they're not going to be expecting him to do so. Oh my goodness, the whiff. Oh, it hurts.
Ooh, a lot of pressure there. Wanted to take that kill down. Probably still goes down either way if he gets that kill or not, but still he wants to find every kill he can get, and that's actually going to be sending Na'Vi into a very difficult spot. Heroic take the lead now 4-3, and a tactical pause is called by Kane. What is he discussing right now? Are they going to force buy on the CT side? I would say don't do that. But you never know. Chance now for Heroic to really establish himself. I see Zeus bought a CZ and body armor, so it suggests they will just be taking maybe just a partial bit of investment here. There's Rubino and Nico on the end of the Heroic row.
I thought that was Semler.
Did you?
No, it's a joke. It's the Twitch chat meme right now.
Oh, you mean Rubino and the beard?
And
right?
they look in the
Oh,
round
yeah, I guess
glasses.
that makes sense,
and
yeah. With the beard, sure.
Exactly.
If you look behind the Na'Vi side, Shroud's actually here as well. So look out for that.
Michael?
Yep.
Is that you?
What's the noise you said they make when they stream snipe him now? Is going, Shroud, Shroud, Shroud.
Oh, I don't know. They just Shroud? Shroud?
Yeah.
Shroud? Raul. That's Doctor Raul. I don't even know how he says it. I don't watch him that much.
Well, Zeus underpass. Presumably gets that kill. Rubino a little bit off with the pre-aim there. And what does he get out of it? He will be picking up an M4A4. Will he survive? Snappy wants to make a case that he will not. 5 on 4. All for Yugi. Snappy hunting Zeus. He probably gets him at this point. Ooh, oh, I wouldn't take that shot with the Mac 10. You've only won the hunting there. But probably gets the kill either way. Ooh, nice work by Zeus. This is much better by him. High impact frags. 2 to open things up. Still got 29 HP. Recovery mode now for Heroic. Still possible to win this round. Look at their little, in terms of weaponry. Now we have right now MP9s, UMPs, and Modi finds his kill on Flamey. All bets are off. We're back in the game. There we go. Fortunately, his teammate Nico went down at the very same time. Yugi, even if he gets simple here, he's going to be traded out. Okay, how is Electronic not killed that? That's unbelievable. Got to hit those.
Absolutely. Yugi downed out, gone, eliminated from the round. It's Modi on Edward to at least give him a chance, but Zeus catches him out through connector. He had simple to go off of as well, and no bomb plant 4-4. And money surprisingly okay, all things considered, on the Heroic side, despite trading rounds back and forth. I say surprisingly because there was certainly enough for an AWP. They've shied away from it, though. In fact, Yugi's going to stick on the AK-47.
Mac 10, the 4 AKs, and this looks like an AXQ if I've ever seen one. Smokes towards Steps Jungle, CT Spawn, Molotov towards Shadow from the Palace. This is actually a different variation. This is what... I'm trying to think of a new name for this one. I call it the Triple Threat from the Palace. Let's do that.
Threat.
See whether they
We
works
Three
out.
Kings.
That's quite good as well. Free by mice with the flashbangs.
That's pretty much what happened.
Yeah.
Electronic goes back out and finds Snappy and Rubino. Flamey to get Nico. Simple on Yugi. And a simple round for Na'Vi, it seems, at least.
Absolutely.
5-4 for them on the CT side.
So the idea behind that strategy is not an execution. You normally throw one smoke towards CT spawn. As that smoke's in the air, just completely chucking in all the flashbangs you can, trying to get out and trading frags from the Palace area. Hopefully the AKs assert their dominance and manage to run over the A-bomb side, but this time it was simple. Waiting with the AWP, or the Arctic Warfare Magnum, as some would call it. You're a Condition Zero fan? I know you are.
I am. Because I have 0 conditions to my standards.
Fully go for Heroic and a CZ for Yugi. That's about all they've got. And this is looking like a 6-4 half so far. Double nades to shut them down. Zeus knows they're on eco here. They've been struggling against the pistols, though. This round should be absolutely fine. Just clocks to deal with.
No, that double nade had gone actually through the door rather than bouncing off of it. A couple pixels to the right. Could have done some serious damage. They were hoping they were going to be grouped in kitchen. It's a risk to take that angle with a nade in your hand. That's when you become exposed, when you see in through that doorway. And a decent exposure is a public fence. Go gets one back onto Electronic. Edward will close him out, peering down over from the catwalk. 6-4, we go back to guns. Na'Vi looking to build this half as much as they can. pad the rounds because going over to the T side, you don't want to have Heroic in contention. Remember, it's overpass third if we get there. Getting there requires Heroic to win this map. Kill totals are decent.
Yeah.
Certainly kept fairly honest and even between the two teams.
So yeah, still anyone's half at this point. Oh, that's quite smart from Electron. He drops that, waiting for the smoke to come in. It doesn't.
Disappointingly, it doesn't, yeah, because you're right. It would put the smoke on a different angle and it would leave a gap for him.
Yeah, that's quite clever, actually. I like that. I'm going to steal it.
All right, noted. Don't throw smokes mid if you're playing against Henry G on Mirage. Edwards doesn't quite do, I guess, more than he's worth. He gets 1 for 1. Would have been nice to see him be a little more efficient for the sake of the rotation because that's going to be a problem. That said, Snappy's caught off lurking by Simple, but look at Nico. Beside the smoke, he's in behind, and he knows he's got to shout toward Flaming. He'll hold him toward the doorway. Bomb to be planted now. That gives Simple time to get closer, but they seem to be aware that he's slowly getting onto Catwalk. It's the only logical place. Bomb gets dropped, not planted, and Simple destroys Nico quickly with the AWP.
Bomb down in the open. Teammates not really in tandem there for Heroic. You could see the smoke dissipating. A Simple frag for Electronic, and the Julies are coming out. For Simple, just to note that. Dual Berettas. And another eco, I'd assume, for Heroic with that bomb being denied. Peacemaker looking slightly worried now, and understandably so. This is not looking too good now. Presumably going to lose the half at this point. They'll take another tactical pause. No one's really saying anything. Just going to have this as a chance to calm down, perhaps.
So that's the first of the tacticals. By my recollection, we went through 5 in the previous map. Second, excuse me. Navi's got 1 on the board as well already, according to our counter in console. I haven't seen Heroic enough to really make a proper assessment of where they lie as a team. Obviously, they're playing in the Pro League currently. A lot of games going on. Hard to keep track of all of them, and I don't think we've had them on the A stream more than once. But they certainly seem composed and drilled to some extent. They've got some strategies up their sleeves. They've got a system that they're running that certainly isn't just thrown together. This event's been okay for them, so perhaps positive that they can continue to improve. Look at the positioning from Edward. Monty has no idea. He wasn't efficient about it. That means Snappy can get back in behind him and take him down. That could have been massive. Still, though, they'll run to B. Good shot, Rubino, to take down Zeus. Simple's got an AWP and dualies, excuse me. That is truly about as Wild West as you can get, as Electronic will shut out Yugi. I suppose maybe a pump shotgun and dualies might be a little more Wild West.
Winchester 94.
The Win 94, the best version of Windows.
The one that was under the radar.
Exactly.
Yeah, the director's cut. Yeah, 8-4. Na'Vi will be bringing the Julies back. They're going to keep those up. Maybe a double AWP set up here, but no, doesn't seem to be the case. And money back in favor for Heroic, but the round total certainly not looking too impressive here. Okay, so I haven't seen much in terms of execution. There have been a lot of defaults from Heroic. I haven't seen anything crazy apart from the pistol round. Just to note, flashbangs going in. And also, Na'Vi haven't really changed things up in terms of their real aggression. They've been under part maybe once. That was one of their forced by rounds. They've just been playing a very standard game here. And that's fine. It's working so far. Don't fix what's not broken, I guess. I can't be too mad about it because they're up 8-4.
Push up toward Catwalk with Nico. Yugi. Ooh, and shows patience from Simple.
Where's the trade, Matt? Where's the flashbangs? Where's the beef?
Oh, they actually traded a first-round draft pick. They sent him a bucket of pucks.
Well,
no bodies going both ways.
There we go. That's better.
Snappy finds Edward. Does, yeah, you're right. Open up some possibilities. It is better. Snappy's also got ladder room. Rubino's got Simple. That's a big kill. That opens up B site entirely now. With ladder room as well, they can control the rotations. They'll get all the information that they need. All they need from that position, I should say, though, is Snappy to get in position and be supportive to cover off rotations. That's not going to happen. What a play from Zeus.
Yeah, really well played by Zeus there. He sees the Molotov coming in. And again, that's Heroic calling, okay, windows covered, no one can jump out, but he sneaks through just before it explodes and gets a great position to deny the bomb plant, and indeed, the player covering that position. Simple though, that's way too easy for a player like him. You can't give them those sort of opportunities. And we know Heroic's a new squad in terms of bringing Rabina in, man. There's going to be holes to plug. That default towards short, very weak. Not going to be troubling many teams, that one. Just walking up short one by one. No flashbangs, no utility deployed. No trade potential either. That was shocking. Then now this is where we normally see teams when they're getting a bit desperate, when the money's running low, they'll deploy these sort of strategies. Unfortunately, the missed incendiary there is going to cost Flamey his life. He does do some damage, but a chance now for Heroic as they take them out. Advantage, but not for long. Oh, there it is. Modi with the Mac 10. Back and forth we go. Electronic look above you. It might not matter as he does take two. He just missed out on that. Now they know exactly where Modi is. CT Spawn is the name of the game. Grenades coming in.
Yeah, it's just trying to nade him, do anything they can to pick him apart before he gets aggressive. Does not have the bomb, so Na'Vi can position accordingly. They're going to back off and actually change the position. They're going to do more than that. They're going to face him. Good read by Modi. Knew that that was likely.
Yeah, good work.
But they don't give the chance, or rather the op, the chance to be comfortable.
Should be the last round of the first half. 10-4. Send your... Oh, the auto sniper. I was going to send your good vibes to Heroic right now. They're going to need them. This last round is going to be tough. 3 rifles, one of which is Galil. The auto sniper for Zeus. He'll go towards B and just spam smokes and try and shut down a rush here.
Tried to get the shot in the smoke. Simple. Nearly costs him. Wasn't ready for the push. And Electronic with a bit of indecision going inside of the smokes in mid. Gets caught out between 2 targets. Effectively positions himself into a 1 versus 2. That favors Heroic to potentially get a 5th round, to go 10-5, which is very manageable. Edward has to be careful. They're boosting behind. Smokes will cover him for now, but he needs to be aware of that fact. Or possibility, I should say. He won't know it as fact. Yugi will pick up the M4 dropped in connector by Flamey. All to play for. Navi's lost all of their information. And Edward is about to find out exactly where they are. I was going to say the hard way, but it was the Deagle and it couldn't react fast enough, so Edward gets away with one on the M4. Already found by Simple. They're making it easy at this point. They had the advantage, and they just go one at a time. To be fair, Edward found one that was waiting for rotations. That's not so much the fault of Modi, but walking into B, when you have numbers advantage, you could easily try and execute upon them, or work together for trades at least, and Simple shuts down Yugi 11-4. I'm a bit disappointed in that last approach from Heroic.
They won, the pistol got 3-0, and they lose 11-4. This might be done. As we know, Heroic not had a lot of time to actually prepare. 6 practices. Take from that what you were. You always got to say less than the actual amount because you want to kind of go in there and say, look, don't expect too much. I assume it's more than 6 maps.
Yeah, well, and what quantifies as practice? Is that going into the server and actually running tactics, or is that scrims? That's just scrims, right?
Yeah, sure. And that could be the 6 practice sessions where they played against a team for like all 7 maps or something like that. So you have to just take that with a pinch of salt what they mean by that. But still, I don't expect a massive amount of things. But Simple, I certainly do. 21 frags in 1 half. Once again, absolutely disgustingly good. Is he too good for this team?
Is he too good for this game?
Is he too good for this world?
Is he too good for me?
No.
Oh, good.
No one is.
Kind of fancy him, that's all.
Yeah, but you do.
I'm just kidding. Jesus. Are we going too far?
Yes, as
Okay.
usual. I think the fact that we've not really got a leash on us at this event, no one really tells us what to do. Everyone's
I
kind of
know you
falling
like
apart.
to wear a leash.
Oh, sometimes in the right environment. Depending who's holding the other end. If it's Jason, of course.
Daddy.
Daddy Jason, we call him. Back home. I don't know where we go with this. Jesus Christ.
Pistol in the second half.
Let's go.
We get underway. And with that, Simple. P250 will head over with Zeus toward A. Smokes down. Modi actually takes one straight on the noggin. Gives him a gap to work behind if he wants to play out in front of Ticket Booth.
What's that smoke? It's really shallow.
Well, it hit Modi.
Oh, I see.
So he blocked part of it.
Right.
Flamey tags Monty up, though, down to 17, even with the smoke being shallow. It still gives him an entrance, but he can swing beside it. Actually, by being shallow, means that he can't jump on the box at ticket and see directly in front of him in the sight. So it has some benefits in weird ways. Benefits that Yugi doesn't care about, nor does Snappy. Great round. In fact, all 5 staying alive on the heroic side.
Well, there we have it. Clean sweep. Both pistols for heroic now. Doesn't make the scoreline much more flattering. 11-5. The masses forced by, though, from Na'Vi. Deagles, surprisingly. It's a very Deagle-centric map.
Electronic will join in the apartments. The bomb's already ahead of him. Zeus and Flamey, the ones to hold on to it. Nade at the ready. Nade that will be required. That's a smoke. You saw their hesitation when it was thrown toward them.
It's a grenade. Flash is over. Who's to receive? Rubino and Nico. Flashbang cancelled for now. Or that grenade's going to hurt. Here it comes. Bit too shallow. Rubino's got just a flash remaining.
Slow play. Sneak to the side. Good timing on the flash. That's going to... Oh, great timing. Move Nico. Nico got his vision back, and they didn't check Rubino. He was a sitting duck. But they don't give us something that rhymes with that. Nico takes down Simple. And 6 rounds now, heroic. So they got 3-0 in the first half. They're going to need the 3-0 in the second half. They've got 2 of them. No bomb plants, meaning no early buy for Na'Vi.
Definitely not. Nothing too exciting there, I'm afraid. In terms of tactics, wait and be for 40 seconds, go into 1 flash. Can be a lot more creative with that in those 4 spies. That's one thing we've been talking about recently on desks and stuff like that, right? We've been saying Na'Vi not only lack a bit of firepower right now, they don't even look impressive in terms of tactics. It looks very average most of the time. This round should be a clean sweep, though, for heroic. I don't expect any damage to be done. Russian B again. Rubino a chance to pad his stats. We should be on that side of the map. There we go.
Good shot back. Rubino to take out Zeus. Maudie, oh, 1 bullet. He came close. I think it whizzed just over Flamey's head. Gave him a haircut. Maybe he'll need a hat now. Good find from Maudie. He does chase him down. I could hear him retreating, so made sure to secure the kill. Ponderous looking electronic. Slowing the pace considerably before we get into the first gun rounds at what presumably will be 11-7. Snappy. Ah, okay. I think he saw him and looked. We got to his camera a little bit late, so I couldn't tell if he saw him or not, but I think he was looking for a second player to be up close before he fired off towards Simple, but he gets him with the MP9. And as I mentioned, 11-7, first gun round. Bonus situation available for Heroic should they elect to do so. They do invest a little bit, though, to bring out the AWP, which is not unwise.
It's definitely not unwise. Yugi needs to be instrumental here in the CT half of Mirage. We'll have a look at his play towards window. Remember, Na'Vi force buying constantly, leave themselves a little bit limited here in the first go round. Simple's past the fire, though. He could sneak in here. You know he's going to. All the grenades do a substantial amount of damage, but he's waiting to see if he can find the opening frag here. Seeing if Rubino will jump up. He likes to hit that shot. Zeus throws the grenade towards bench. Doesn't really connect. That one certainly does. Snappy caught out of position.
Yugi back to middle. Smoke down. He'll watch the underpass with that. Good vision of it. Ours no different than his. You can see for yourself. Smoke on the edge of the balcony means Rubino won't be able to see directly into the apartments. Very slow from Na'Vi, as always. 20 seconds. 8 versus 8. Just arriving through connector now. This is one of the criticisms for Na'Vi. It was in the past, it is again now, that sometimes they're a little bit too slow. Somehow they avoided detection in being slow, and therefore Madi had to find some information. He went toward Palace, he got punished, but what a sprayed out. Nico with 2, Rubino adds to it. It's all flamey, round done, bomb gone. And again, Na'Vi get caught by time.
It happens a lot, Matt. And that lead is slipping away now. We're going to find ourselves at 11-8. Money in the bin once again for Na'Vi. Not really getting anything done or exciting me in terms of fakes, executions, defaults. It's all looking quite flat. And Heroic will be doing their absolute best work here from short, spraying them all down. Nico, because he's not even challenging, not even firing back. Nice to see it all timed up there. You can see him really concentrating on the spray and his head shaking with the bullets, really feeling the recoil of that weapon.
Listen, chat, I know I said 8v8.
You said what?
It was 4v4,
You said
which
8v8.
equals 8.
Okay.
I said 8v8 because 8 was in my head. And this goddamn chat won't leave me alone for it.
They'll get you.
Somebody ban them all. Sick of them. Speaking of 8, Heroic now have that as their score, and as such, Na'Vi have taken some time to talk about it because, again, they don't want to let this slip away. They certainly don't want to have to go into overpass.
So partial buy here, Flamey. AK-47. Rubino needs to be careful here. These pistols can cause a lot of damage. Zeus spotted, and Rubino, oh my goodness, he's feeling brave today. Challenges with that for Mass. He probably gets away with it now, considering that was the time to strike for Zeus. Won't be connecting any bullets there. This is very scary. Snappy, all the way top and middle. He won't be actually given the call there. Can boost in towards window here. As he makes his way around. There's going to be lots of noise with Zeus. Goodbye, my friend. It's been fun. It's been real.
Well, it's been virtual.
It's been very virtual.
Electronic gets snappy as well.
Number
Great
4.
start. Yeah, great start from Na'Vi to pick up a second weapon now as well. Armor to go with it. Electronic's going to work through connector. It's Monty and Yugi to play crossfires.
Good
Reverse
fight.
firebox. They can see toward connector. He's missing shots that are powerful. They're extremely crucial and important. And Monty knows that they're working in toward him as a result. He can make up for it by getting simple. That gives the bomb as well to Heroic, or at least the knowledge of where it is on the map. It doesn't necessarily mean they can hold it because Electronic gets the shot back on Monty. Yugi sees the shadow. Oof. Easy shot to Edward, but down to the one-on-one. Or excuse me, 1 versus 2. Rubino sneaking out. Good read from Electronic.
We'll go for the full plan here. A lot of players would bait that one out, but knowing Yugi's got the orb, probably not necessary. Jumping on the ticket booth now, Yugi hits us for days. There we go. Great AWP and delivers the goods there. That was the partial buy from Na'Vi, making things very expensive for Heroic. Matthew, could we just check the money, please? If you would be so kind. Very strong, actually. They've won every single round here in the second half. 11-9.
Money back out for Na'Vi. Got a bomb plant and got 4 kills in the last round without much to work with. That's still a win in itself. When you come that close, it's always still a bitter pill to swallow, but they give themselves a chance to break. Heroic. He's reasonable, but it is forced buy in the next if they lose this. I'm sure they would do, given that an AWP would be something that Yugi can't afford. Snappy, Molotov down out toward mid. Simple's going to hold the angle at corner toward that position, but Yugi gets aggressive inside of the B apartments. He hasn't quite got an angle toward Flamey, who's playing on the stairs. Rubino out toward Catwalk gets flashed off. Mid-control attained for Na'Vi. And Snappy rotates toward the window, anticipating perhaps a boost as a result. Doesn't want to sit around toward the top of connector. He'll allow Maudie to try and cover that from CT stairs. And now that they've gotten mid as well, and they've gotten Edward into ladder room and Electronic into connector, they have options. So Bomb falls back. Zeus is actually going to stay, but Bomb could go all the way around toward A if they want to execute toward it. Could also swing back to the B apartment. Simple's going to watch the flank for now. They want the CTs to get desperate. They want the CTs to make a move to get information and get caught out for it.
That's what they want. Will they get it, though? CT still with a significant amount of utility. You can see the smoke, the incendiaries, flashbangs. They obviously have the defuse kits with a ton of money they have. Na'Vi nowhere near breaking them down here after close rounds. And Simple just offers himself up towards B, gives up the bomb. And indeed, the AWP had in his hands. And like we said, Na'Vi yet to post a single round here on Mirage. We're going to see seeing all the rounds once again. The buzzword of Counter-Strike as Modi flashes towards a connector. Needs to set up his teammate. That's going to be Nico. Underneath Shadow gets two. How has he managed that? Why is there no refrag coming in? It's just one by Na'Vi. It's disappointing Counter-Strike. We expect better from this star-studded lineup. And there's 10 seconds remain. They can't plant.
They can't. It's the same thing again. Edwards just called B sites clear, except now Flamey has to run, and in running, he can't even get that far. He was in the underpass, excuse me, not even on catwalk. So Yugi gets him down. Flamey's got to stay alive. Another round, Na'Vi. I don't think they're going to win this map. They just don't look like they've got the composure. Again, with Zeus as the leader, they're just too slow.
Way too slow. Losing the first picks. They've already wasted 45 seconds there. Like we said, Heroic hadn't even used their utility. They're not being pressured on any point of the map. And hitting their shots. I can't tell you why Nico's not traded out there. As soon as the calls come in that he's towards Shadow, that should be an insta-kill. That should be railgun mode, taking him down. He can't even move. He's like crawling on a box there that's got a very low ceiling. He can't stand up. But well played. Heroic now still with the perfect streak on the CT half.
Edward behind the box. Will wait with his team, who again with weapons don't have many options. They've gotten toward middle, but they can't get much further up. Monty will watch from Palace, Yugi, CT, straightforward. Two smokes for Na'Vi to try and go with. Excuse me, three. They're simple as well. But he's on the AWP. Can't afford to go down early this time. Has the bomb as well, trying to get the peek. The smoke toward window means Snappy again is going to try and watch it. Zeus will cover over toward Nico, and Nico's got a small angle toward that position, but he backs off because it is just the M4. So we'd rather let them around the corner and catch them in it. Directly in front of him. And vulnerable. They might get a chance at this. They want to secure ladder. Zeus going to go slow. Shoulder shows. Does bait out the shot. Good play from Zeus. Flash onto Rubino as well. That's going to force him back into quad. Quad, but what a triple! He sprays all three. He had no business at all catching off 3 kills. And somehow Na'Vi whiffs the shots. Electronic has to recover. It's down to a 2 versus 3. 32 seconds. He's gotten the bomb, but flashed off. He fires into the smoke. That's going to deplete ammunition and give away his position he requires and relies on Flamey to keep him alive and get him back to the site. And Incendiary will give some life and opportunity, but it won't go deep enough. Maudie has the angle held. They know exactly where they are with the crossfire to hold the post plant. But Heroic have to hold and be patient to allow Na'Vi the mistakes. They both have kits, so they have the availability of patience to them. As Yugi's going to flash, that'll give the peek towards Catwalk. Good find. Immediate shot toward Electronic, and Flamey has to be perfect. 100 HP, no utility, and he knows that Maudie's already inside of the site. Flash out. Naturally, they're going to check bench. They've checked everywhere else. To the van they go, but the trade, perfect timing from Yugi.
Easily got the defuse as well, and Heroic continued the streak. It's Rubino with the triple threat spray down there. Excellent work, and there's nothing Na'Vi can do in this second half. They're falling apart. They're once known as one of the most tactical and cerebral teams we have in the game, but this is just not looking good for them. They're running out of ideas. They're not presenting anything different at all, really. Look at Rubino go. He's in the open. How are they not trading him out?
I have no idea how he doesn't get killed there.
They just lack in the core fundamentals of a T-sided approach to a bomb site. That's a simple shot. He's not doing anything too flashy there. He hasn't wrecked him with utility. He's in the open. He's spraying down an M4A4 the whole clip, and he doesn't die. Unbelievable. Baffling, almost. 11-11.
At that point in the spray as well, he's just praying. Because halfway through, I think 15 bullets in, he still didn't get any kill. So they all just lined up right at the end. It was perfect. Bang, bang, bang. He was desperate.
Well, money Not going to be a problem for Na'Vi. The bomb going down, the maximum loss bonus. This is turning into a worrying affair now. This is the way they go out of the tournament. With these sort of T-halves, I think they've got a lot of work to do before some of the big events coming up this year. Good nade by Modi, falls back as well. Doesn't do significant damage, but those shots certainly do. The bomb's down. Where are the trades? You can't sit behind the smoke with the bomb going down like that. There's no cohesion right now. This is shocking.
Good shot from Electronic at least, but you're right, the team play is lost. This is
You can't just
Navi's
hide
map
behind the
choice.
smoke. Your teammates all in with the bomb. You need to go in. Regardless if you die or not, you sitting behind the smoke is doing nothing. You're letting the CTs reset, reload.
Honestly, with Heroic's confidence building,
They've got this, man.
and the way that they're playing, well, I think they could take overpass, because Navi is not communicating.
This is rubbish. Now that's like matchmaking levels there. Teammate goes through with the bomb and you do nothing. You just sit there. Look at that. They need a tactical timeout. Somebody needs to give them a good bollocking right now.
Zeus is known to berate his team during timeouts. He's used, I think, 3 now. Heroic on 12 rounds look much, much better. Navi's map choice, and they have no clue what they're doing right now.
No. I don't know what they're up to. Well, the berating won't help at this point from Zeus. If he starts going mad at everyone, that's when it'll all fall apart. Need to stay calm. AK's out for Flamey, another tactical purchase. Snappy. Waiting for Edward there. Another first kill for Rubino. Heroic have not given up a single round yet. Snappy finds Edward in the back. I'm not really sure what he's up to. Sat in the smoke. It was just about to go down. What was the play there? They're going towards B. No real chance to do anything with this round now. Zeus might get Rubino here, but smartly repositions. Is buying time. That's fine. Trade is absolutely not a problem there. 13-11.
I need to see... I want to see all 3 perspectives of the players that didn't kill Rubino.
I agree. 1 by 1. In sync.
My dad, with a ball mouse...
Oh, yeah. Here we go. This is the bold statement.
could have hit that shot.
Yeah, probably. I'm not sure. It was really weird how they didn't even kill him. But match paused. I can't believe
That guy with a steering wheel and pedals that played CSGO could have hit that shot.
That was War Owl, I think, who did that.
Was it Warrell?
I think he did, yeah.
Oh, credit to him. I was going to try it, but then I decided that sounded like a terrible idea.
It takes a long time to set it all up, I think. Like, get all
the binds done.
Yeah, I think you have to get third-party software to even make it work. But there we go. Yeah, Na'Vi looking lost. Their T-sides have been atrocious as of late. Thorin pointed it out in the first map. They looked like a bad team on train. They just got through by simple carrying. He's not carrying right now. He is looking out of his depth as well. Heroic actually look like the much better unit. Remember, tournament life on the line. Not for Na'Vi in this map. This is the second. They won the first just about. Overpass to the side. I'm almost certain we see it now.
Well, 3-2 out of spawn with 1 to mid in the end for Yugi. Try and shut that down. The early smoke is out. Yugi will transfer, therefore, toward Connector to see if he can get any further information. If Heroic lose this now, it would take work because Na'Vi is certainly trying their best not to win this game. Electronic through the underpass. Yugi will stand at top of Connector, smoke down, doesn't need to commit to it yet. They're willing to concede middle, at least for a moment, with Nico especially inside of the ladder room. He'll be able to at least call the essentials of what they need to know with their setup. Edward's smoke designed to go to the top of Connector with Electronic and Zeus now working down middle. And Flamey on A main, this is going to end on the A site. The question is, where's Modi positioned at the time in which they land? Because he's rotating back to the vent toward the window room, putting him in jungle. But the smokes and the Na'Vi players are going to arrive, or at least are scheduled for arrival around the same time that he is. Nico, good find. 1 onto Edward, no further threats, meaning, or at least no one trying to trade, meaning they're likely going toward the A site. Otherwise, they'd be pushing Catwalk and trying to trade that kill. So Nico can sit tight, and A can get ready for the battle. Modi especially in the window. He's got the shot as simple. That's exactly it. They lose the smokes. They don't go fast enough. They slow it down again, and they get caught off by information that Heroic's been able to get throughout the course of the round, and then it's an easy setup.
They're not even be challenging right now, are they? It's just There's no flashbangs to the CT spawn. There's no smokes down. There's no trades. If everyone's doing their own little journey on the default, not hitting the shots and making this very easy for Heroic. This is over. This is going to 3 maps. Not a single round posted in the second half of Na'Vi. Woeful showing. So still have to train. The form Na'Vi's in right now, it doesn't look like they'll challenge for the trophy to tournament if they do make it to the playoffs. They should be winning convincingly against a team like Heroic, and if not, at least showing us that the tactics are there and they've got the theory down to deliver good results when Simple doesn't arrive. They can't have that as their only lifeline, is Simple getting 30 kills.
Yuki to get flamey. Map points is certainly on the cards for Heroic. And Na'Vi looks a broken, brittle man. Money to the force buy, but it's going to be desperate. It's going to have to be desperate. No bomb plant even with, by the way, when you look at this, it's ridiculous. You said Na'Vi hadn't gotten around yet on the T side. It is, Jesus, I got to do the math here.
Oh, right, yeah, the amount of rounds.
12 rounds in a row now for Heroic.
Ouch. Is it not 11?
Sorry, you're right. Sorry, it is 11. I've gotten confused because it was CT. I was looking at CT coloring. So it is 11 rounds in a row.
Right.
Right, yeah, that's simple math.
Still good.
Graphics throwing me off. That's still ridiculous. 11 rounds in a row.
Yeah, this is over. We're going to overpass. All the rounds, all the maps. Tactical pause. I'm not sure what they can do. There's Shroud. I told you he was there.
The admin?
Yeah. It was a meme last year.
Yeah, that's fair. So,
last chance.
there you go, 11 rounds in a row. You can see why I glanced at it quickly. I saw the blue and...
You ran with it.
It's fine. I don't have to be intelligent to yell and scream, Henry.
12-21 for Zeus. Flamey, 11-17. Not even fragging on the T side anymore. I think they know which way this is going. I'm going to put the jacket on preemptively.
I wouldn't blame you. Snappy to Edward with love in middle. AK-47. Simple inside of the apartments is eager to find kills. Even he's gone quiet in the midst of all of this chaos. He sits on 22. Electronics on 21. In fact, those two are keeping up with the rest of the players on Heroic, but the rest are not. Flaming on 11.
Simple finished the
Zeus.
First half with 21 kills.
That's a good point.
He's got one kill in the second half. So
wow.
Useless, really.
It's ridiculous. Missed spray from Snappy. He's low on HP. That nade, though, is going to touch down and take out Zeus. Bomb dropped. Just Electronic, and we are going to a third map. No question about it. Na'Vi have done everything in their power to make sure that happens. And Yugi, he just adds to it. Thank you very much. If that's where you want to go, I'll make sure we get there. 16-11.
This is looking worrying now for Na'Vi. That was no lucky win for Heroic. That was no massive blunder or huge clutch. A 1-on-4 win against Na'Vi. They just did not turn up on the T side there. They had an 11-4 lead, and they couldn't win a single round of their T side. A lot of people have been commenting on their strategies recently and the team composition as to whether Zeus still has it in terms of coming up with new strategies and the calls. I'm not convinced. I think that was one of the worst T sides we've seen from them in a very long time. Nothing tactical coming to the forefront. It's very standard defaults, bad execution, bad fragging, and no trades at all. So there you have it.
I don't really know what else to say. I mean, that's one of the worst T-sides we've seen in a long time. And not only that, there's a certain level of mental fortitude for the top teams. Even if they're playing bad, they'll persevere or they'll grind rounds out. They look like they just gave up.
Yeah, I think they just thought, well, let's just get the third now. Let's just do it there because that was just not good enough. Heroic looking like the better team tactically there and indeed in the fragging department. So, Matthew, I think it's that time once again. We'll do more of the same. We're going to have the third map coming up very shortly. But first, we'll take a break and come back with the analysts.
LootBet, online esports betting. Dota, CSGO, Overwatch, Hearthstone, and many more. Bet on tournament matches or in-game events while viewing them live. Deposit using money, bitcoins, or even skins. Join LootBet now. Use the code you see here when you deposit and grab your bonus.
Don't know how to build a team from scratch or find good teammates? DreamTeam.gg, the ultimate team building platform. Find and connect with new players, coaches and teams. Manage and monetize your team. Get on fast track to advance from novice to amateur and, if desired, to professional gamer. Join DreamTeam.gg.